stream here, and yeah, just thought I'd let you guys know because I am really not in the mood to be trading this morning. So take everything I say with a grain of salt. Some of you guys are going to take some trades and be like, "Oh, but I thought this and that." I'm telling you from the very beginning of this stream exactly how I feel and exactly what's going on. And so if you choose to take any of these trades or you choose to follow whatever direction I give or whatever happens, that is on you, and I want to make sure I make that absolutely clear. I'm not in a trade right now. He better not miss the stream again or what, Tabo? What if I do? Okay. No doubt, no doubt, no doubt. Very straightforward. Really can't make this any easier. Whoever has their mic unmuted, please don't make me ask. 88.6 on the higher time frame, sells down to 17,460. Potential buy area here at 17,500 or 17,460. There's a zone right here. This is where I am buying today. All right. So very, very straightforward. I don't know how the market is going to end up here. It might go up first and then down. It might go down and then back up and down. And the biggest mistake I think I've been making, not I think, the biggest mistake I have been making is counter trend trading. I've done that, I think, 3 or 4 times in the past 2 weeks. And every single time I do it, I pay the price. Trading with the trend is the highest probability course of action when you're trading. So I can take the sells here, but then next thing you know, the market shoots up like this and then comes down. If I'm trading this down just so I can buy it, why not just be patient and then wait for the buys? And so that's how I'm going to be trading, especially in February where things are going to get choppier, is I'm really looking to trade with the trend only. And so instead of selling it down and then trying to buy it up, I'm going to allow this thing to push. And then what I'll find is that a lot of the trades that I take that are counter trend, that look really good, right at the 88.6, break back under. Next thing you know, the market shoots up like this, kicks everybody out of the trade, and then comes down. So I'm really just going to be patient today. This is potentially going to happen during this session. If not, then maybe tomorrow. All right, so patience is going to be key. I'm going to take really the first buy entry. I'm going to take a look at 17,500 once the market gets here. But I think that we come down to 17,500 and then dip below it just a little bit before we continue. All right. Any questions, comments, concerns? Congratulations, everybody who was in the NAS100 masterclass. We had a great last 3 days. Yesterday was a little bit slower, and so we're probably going to add an extra day just to make sure that we cover some of those key concepts that we missed. But other than that, congratulations, everybody who's in there. We're almost wrapped up. Today, we're going to finish going through a bunch of examples on the live simulator, and then talk about risk management and setting up your risk strategy. And then obviously tomorrow is going to be the final day, Q&A and review. Make sure you guys are ready to go. Saw the interview with Omar. Gas. Awesome. I appreciate that. If you guys haven't checked out the latest podcast we dropped, definitely recommend checking it out. How am I doing? To be honest, I'm tired of shit. Um, I'm tired and I'm a little bit mad just because I have so much shit to do and I want to make, I really am trying to make time for trading, but trading does require, like, it requires me to do a morning routine and get ready and all this stuff. And with the amount of work I have going on, I don't even have time for my morning routine. I'm just getting up, getting a little bit of exercise, getting hydrated, and then getting to work. So, yeah, maybe I just need one good night's of sleep, a fucking, and a winning trade. Right back to it. I just applied the 88.6 to gold and she is flying. Why do you guys say she? It's a very foreign thing to do. 15 to 23. Yeah, I guess it's flying. This is a trade that we saw during FOMC. It was at 2046. The market came up, rejected, and then blew through the stop loss before eventually coming down. 1998 target. I've been saying the number 1998 for about a month now, and I really hope that, I mean, because I don't trade gold, so I don't really give a fuck, but I've been saying 1998 for about a month. So hopefully when price gets here, the gold traders who are watching this don't miss the opportunity because it's literally right there waiting for you. Shorts are valid, but personally, I'm just going to let this go. I'm going to wait for the long positions because this is just how I've been losing a lot of my money is just counter trend trading because of impatience. And so even though this is such an attractive opportunity, because I've already made enough mistakes, how do I say this? I've kind of lost the privilege of taking these counter trend trades. Or not the privilege, the luxury to take whatever trades I wanted. So lessons learned. Um, yep, yep. But the longs are the main positions I'm watching. I think those are going to be a very high reaction move in the direction of the trend, and so I'm looking forward to it. Now, for those that took the NASDAQ class, just to show you, here's the low of the Tokyo session, and so price might just get stuck at this support here. I want to see it blow through, but price might just get stuck at that support. Oh, come on, load. Right here. So if we get stuck here and we don't end up going below, this thing could continue to fly. Okay, so here's the low of Tokyo. Sorry, guys, I was checking the trades on my phone. So here's the 886. Let's go to the body of the candle. Come on, come on. Here. All right, yeah, beautiful 88.6 rejection. So here's the low of the low of Australia session and the Asia session. We had a push up. I drew my fib to the very top. Nice rejection here at the 88.6. So the scalp would look like this. But I'm gonna let this go because I really do want to see this area get tested again. So we talked about it yesterday. The what's going to make you successful with this strategy is obviously once you can learn to identify the entries, exits, TP1, TP2, it's going to be your discretion in choosing which trades to take and which trades not to take. So if it fits the whole criteria, that's awesome. If it doesn't fit the entire criteria for all the confirmations, then not all trades are created equal. Right now, it's the beginning of the week. It's the start of a new month. The markets are going to be choppy. So just by that alone, I'm not going to trade this the same way I would if it was a Thursday, for example. Next thing is we're at the top of the daily range. If we had seen this same exact thing, we had seen the consolidation, breakup, retest at the support, that would be a high probability trade I would already be in. But just because we're seeing the pattern at resistance, that makes this a low probability trade. And so I'm not looking to buy at resistance here. Okay. And so if you're asking, Roy, the confirmations were all there, why didn't you take the trade? You really have to use some critical thinking here, guys, because we spent about 6 hours over the weekend and I kept saying the same thing over and over and over and over and over. And then some people will be like, oh, I didn't learn anything in the class. when really it's just the buy low and sell high. And so if this is the top of the range and I'm buying here, I'm buying high. So if you're asking yourself why I wouldn't take this trade, even though the confirmations are there, you got to use some critical thinking here. Whoever has their mic unmuted, come on, guys. Let's get it together. If you got a question, just use the raise hands feature and then you can unmute. But if a few people are unmuted at the same time, it's just going to get very distracting. I watched your interview with Umar. I think you meant Omar, guys. Let's learn to have some respect for people and get their names right. You guys really look alike. Okay, cool. I mean, besides that, let's get some feedback about the actual content of the conversation. Because the gimmicky stuff is cool, like, oh, haha, me and Omar look alike, all Arabs look alike, funny. What did you actually learn from the podcast, or was it just for fun? So just a reminder for everybody, the two options are either this, right? So we're going to reject from this support right here at the 88.6 and then head up to break these highs, or we're going to come down to the 17,500s before we get that entry. What's up, Jamil?
When it came to the video with Omar,
Yep.
I found it to be really insightful and learning like how a lot of people aren't passing. And obviously I'm aware of that, but like just knowing why. Because even for myself, right, I passed phase one and I don't know what in my brain made me real think that yo, I am elite trader. And so like yo, I'm just gonna go berserk. And I blew it. And I was like, oh my gosh. So this weekend I sat down, I was like, I'm stepping back from the charts and really thinking. And then I seen this video and then understanding like, and we talk about it all the time, risk management, risk management, risk management. But like hearing it again, I don't know, it just kind of clarified in my head, like, yo, these are the marks. This is what I'm taking, and this is the only thing I'm taking. This is the amount of risk I'm taking, and this is the only risk I'm taking. And so
Mhm.
from like, for me personally, moving forward, it's just like, this is how I am, and this is how I'm going to take it. So I think from hearing that interview really helped me to solidify that for myself.
Yep.
So yeah.
That's awesome, bro. I appreciate the feedback, one. And two, uh, it's the thing that everybody has. Like whenever I talk about risk management in the masterclass, people just start to get annoyed. And they're just like, because I do go on it a lot. And then it's the same story every time. Okay, right? Because you're gonna win a lot. You're gonna finally get it, it's gonna finally click. And then as soon as you relax, I don't mean relax like in terms of get comfortable, but I mean relax in terms of stop doing the stuff that got you to the dance. That's where we go backwards. So just remember that when you start having success in trading, it doesn't mean that you figured it out, like it all clicked. Now it's all smooth sailing. No, no. What it means is that whatever you're doing, the morning routine, the having a plan, the predetermining your risk, it's working for you. And so those are the actions you have to keep replicating if you want to keep having that success. All right. So awesome stuff. When you guys start winning, don't let it get to your head and get cocky. Instead, use that as a confirmation that the habits that you've built now are the correct ones. And then actually let that build more confidence and let that build more, discipline. So does somebody have a question? Or
Oh, and for a follow up, um, when he was talking about how Nas was the number one, uh, uh
yeah.
I was like, little do they know, they don't know the Nat, they don't know the Nat
Exactly.
class.
I know, bro. And this is why it's so crazy that more people didn't sign up for the NAS class. Because if that is the instrument that most people are losing money on, that means that they're paying hundreds, if not thousands of dollars to fail challenges. But they won't pay 300-400 bucks to just learn the strategy. Isn't that fucking nuts, bro?
Nah, facts.
That
I was
has to
like,
be a
yo,
mental illness.
dang.
Like I don't understand. The answers are right here. I don't know, bro. You can bring a horse to water, but you can't make him drink. So more
Facts.
money for us. Maybe if everybody else was winning on NASDAQ, the prop firms wouldn't be paying out. So more money for us anyways. All right, so that TP1 hit for this for the 88.6 scalp. I don't know if we're going to see this continuation. So again, just in case some of the folks from yesterday's class forgot what we talked about. Okay, so that TP1 got hit, and then TP2 is about to get hit as well. Now the question is it going to break TP2? So for the masterclass folks, just so we can review this later, this would have been the scalp, right? Stops below the wick, entry, TP1, 2, and 3. And then let's just see if price actually wants to come down first. I think we might just play in this range for today. If we don't get this breakdown, oh, there we go. Come on, baby. Give us something. There we go. All right. Beautiful. Was that news that just came out or not? Or is this just NASDAQ being NASDAQ? Oh, ISM services, PMI. This just came out. Damn. So it's a sentiment index. Looks like things are looking pretty good on this side, but it's not really that important because this is such an early indicator. It's kind of an early indicator of consumer sentiment because if suppliers and manufacturers are optimistic about their ability to continue producing goods and services, then typically that's going to be good for the economy. If they're feeling uncertain, like when the Red Sea situation first happened, the sentiment index started to show that uncertainty because people weren't sure they're going to be able to get their stuff through the Red Sea and back over to the other side of the world. All right, I appreciate everybody hopping on today. I know this is a bit of a slower stream than usual. I'm gonna get the energy higher, probably get some great sleep today, go and hit the gym and wake up a bit. But appreciate you guys all hopping on. If this is your first time, welcome. If this is not your if you guys are coming back, welcome back. I'm your host, Roy Dunya, co-founder of Chart Addicts, full-time day trader, and host of the FX Summit 2024 conference, the #1 most anticipated conference for traders. Looking at NAS100, higher time frame, we're at the top of the daily range. Let the market tell you if these zones are valid. If every time the market gets here, institutional sellers start getting in, trust the market. Don't try to be a smart ass and be like, well, no, well, I know the market better than, better than the historical data. Like, no, it's right in front of you. Every time the market gets there, sellers step in. And so believe it, believe the market. So that's why I don't necessarily want to buy from here. Okay. If it does, break this zone, perfect, but I don't want to buy breakouts. Instead, I'm waiting for a pullback to just below 17,500. I have this zone here, 17,600 or 17,460. And then I have one more zone. Oh no. Yeah, so this is my first line of defense is the 500. And then right here, 460. Did anybody take the sell or no? You said just mute everyone. I did. The podcast reinforced the 10 rules we trade by. That was one of my main takeaways. Oh yeah. I like that. I like that. How people lose on funded accounts and how your strategy can help passing funded accounts. Yes. ISM data. Yep, yep. Mike took it. Miled took it. Awesome. Miled, welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back. So the VIP membership is now available for those of you guys that have taken the master class already and graduated. The VIP membership is only available to graduates. So if you're still in the coaching program or you're still in the um, excuse me, if you're still in the VIP, if you're still in the coaching program or you're still taking the master class, you haven't gotten your certificate, you don't get access to the VIP membership. Everybody gets their 30-day free trial. So you guys can see if the community chat is something that you're interested in, if the VIP membership interests you. And if it does, then the membership is now available for you guys to get back in and be able to enjoy all the benefits of being a VIP member. So being able to collaborate with everyone in the chats, the live daily calls, to have, for the market outlooks, live trade ideas, the content on the website, access to the masterclass, et cetera, et cetera. Oh, David Sanchez in here. Everyone like and support the stream. Appreciate you, my bro. Thank you. Took me a year to understand how my mistakes and bad habits was committing during the trades. Okay. US 30, damn, don't use God's name in vain, NPL. Best psychological channel on the YouTube. Maybe not today. I'm kind of off my game today, so I don't know if this is the best example. But I mean, we're still getting it done. Like no matter how tired you are, if you're off your game, if you can't rely on motivation. I definitely don't have the motivation today. But the strategy is mechanical. Like there is a step by step. I have to ask myself some questions like, are all of my confirmations or the criteria to execute this trade there? The answer is yes, because we've already had a break below the Asia session. We've already had a break above the Asia session. The first fake out was bullish. This was the break under, which means we've already had phase one, phase two, and then this could just continue to the upside. So now I have to ask myself, well, then if all of that is true and we hit the 88 and all that, why don't I take the trade? And then the answer is because direction, structure, location, entry. Do you guys remember this? The direction is bullish. That's awesome. So that fits the buys. But the structure is that we have support and resistance, like supply and demand. The market is creating lower highs. And then location. Location is the reason why I didn't take the buys. Okay, because if price is located at the resistance, then the buy is not valid. If the price is located at support or somewhere at a previous buying area, then it's valid. And so you have to look at all the facets of your strategy. And then if one of them is off, then the trade is not high probability. And so this is what I do. I'll typically have like 5 confirmations, right? Starting with the direction and then the structure and then all the other confirmations. Some of the trades that I see, like this buy here, had 3 out of 5 or 3 out of 6. So not the ideal trade. When you have 5 out of 5, those are the kinds of trades I feel very confident taking. I'll enter more positions in drawdown, and I won't allow any drawdown to talk me out of that trade. So make sure that you have a clear set of those confirmations, and then so you know exactly what you're looking for, and then cross-reference. Make sure that they're all getting hit before you take a trade. I'm not going to leak anything, but I do want to just give those first 5 rules for trading NAS. So if you guys don't have any rules, and you guys want to know how some guidelines to keep you accountable. If you don't know the strategy and you haven't gone through the class, you don't really understand these rules yet. You don't understand the context. But over time, you will. Having a plan is the only way to go. If you don't, you're just a gambler. Study and practice before you play. Some of you guys don't know what you're doing. You don't have a clear strategy, and you're still going to risk money today. That's absolutely nuts to me. If you don't have a system, you don't have something that's clear, and you don't have a trading plan, and you haven't tested your strategy to know how it works and when it works, you have zero business taking a live trade. That just sounds like there's so much more fun ways to blow money. Sticking to one model and one instrument to trade, only trading in high volume sessions. This is a big one. And then the technical strategy is useless without risk management. Okay, so this one I learn very regularly because I'll take 3 winning trades in a row and I might over leverage on the last one and then give back half of the profits or more. And then instead of walking away that week with $8,000 or $9,000, I'm walking away with 4 grand. And I'm not complaining about making 4 grand in a week, but I am complaining about the fact that I'm not complaining, but I am holding myself accountable to the fact that it should have been double or triple. And I was the reason why it wasn't because of greed, okay, or because of poor risk management, poor discipline. So we're all human. This is something I had a convo about. I have a convo with one of my, I don't say a mentor, but somebody that I look up to in the trading space. And we were talking a few days ago, and I realized that like it doesn't matter how good you get at trading, we will always be susceptible to human nature. We are human. So if I show up tired like I did today, and I don't make an effort to be more careful, like if I just showed up like it was a regular day and started firing trades off, I might not have the right success. I might do some damage to my account. So discipline, maturity, it's a big one. And then just making sure that you hold yourself accountable. Like we are human. It doesn't matter how good I am as a trader. I can't just show up tired and then just expect everything to work out. Because of that fact, I'm going to make sure I put 90% of my effort and my time on personal development, on making sure that I'm sharp, on having a routine that primes me for successful trading, on having a clear set of objectives. So I'm not just trading just to trade. Okay, when I have all those things down, I'm a lot less susceptible to that human error. And yeah, the way it goes. I did US 3886, took shorts, awesome. And then for those in the class yesterday, I I mean, look, I absolutely love the fact that we got this example because yesterday, this was on the 30 minutes. So the trade looked great on the 4 hour. We had the 88.6, we're at the top of the daily range. This is like this is like a slam dunk of a trade. But we were at the bottom of the range. And so I told everybody, don't buy, or excuse me, don't sell the bottom of the range. Make sure that you wait for the market to retrace. And that's why I said the best entry would be close to the high of this range up here. So instead, what I did last night was I actually bought down here, and then I had a very, very conservative take profit right above this. It was a smaller time frame scalp kind of thing. And then I took a short, and then I ended up closing it early. And those were some of the mistakes I made earlier today because I had a beautiful short position here. It was right at this wick. And I ended up moving this to break even like after like 10 points or something. Something stupid. But yeah, just to give you guys that reminder that even though everything on the higher time frame is good, you can scale down to the smaller time frame, use all the principles that we learned yesterday to not sell down here. Okay, not sell right now. Instead, the sells were right up here. Okay, look how far away we are. Crucial stuff. If you guys learn to do that, I can guarantee that you'll make a lot more money and stop entering some of these shittier trades. Uh, does it suck to watch the trade go without you? Man, it's like watching your first love leave out the door. That break even got hit, and then this thing is just on a tear. So that's the patience. We're gonna make our money on the buys. So no harm, no foul. And then real quick, what I'm actually gonna do is go find this breaker right here. It's not like a smart money concepts breaker. I'm trying to find a new name for it. But like just like we talked about yesterday, We got this break right here, and it might even be this one. Let me line it up real quick. Yeah, that could work. 544. That's another option, is the market could just get stuck at the 544. That's the thing about trading buys so high up in the range. It's that when you're at the daily support, it's so obvious. Okay, it's like, you know that you're going to be buying. Over here, there's so many different options about which level the market could hit. Is it going to hit 540? Is it going to do 500? Or it could come all the way down to 433. And so there's a 100 point range here that has potential buys, but it's not that random because a 100 point range makes it seem like anywhere in this area could get hit. It's really these 3 points. It's the 540, 500, and then 433. So either of those three levels could be the rejection. I always aim for the lowest one, but obviously, if price, holds support at one of these levels, can't break, I'll take the buy there instead. So it's 10:15. This is typically the start of when I start trading. So this is like really right inside of my custom session between now and 11:20 or now and noon. So the next 2 hours. So we're entering that custom session. This is typically where I find my entry. That doesn't mean the market is going to move in those 2 hours. It just means this is where my entry for the day is going to be. Beautiful. What is going on with the DXY? Good question. What's going on with it? Oh, the magnet doesn't lie. I'm sorry, guys. Let me not get too excited. The magnet doesn't lie. The magnet indicator strikes again. Strikes again. 104.5. Oh my God. Another magnet is a wild magnet is about to appear. Wild stuff. First, we hit the 103.7, had a bunch of rejections, and now we're on to the next one. And then the final target is going to be 107.5. But for now, I see 105.6 and then 107. And there's a very good chance, there's a very good chance that we even break 107. I'll have a new magnet by the time that we get up there. But watch the reaction here at 104.5. We're gonna see a rejection here, and that's incredible. Which means Euro USD should be bleeding. There it is. This one sucks because I really wanted to get that re-entry, but it's all good. At least the fact that the market is respecting the sequence means that I can take trades from these fib levels along the way. And so the fact that we're still respecting the sequence lets me know I can look for some opportunities down here. Gold, we've been talking about gold for a while. 1998. Don't forget that 1998 is the target for gold, and then buys at 1998. US 30, perfect. Wow, that's beautiful. All right, the 886 is right here. There's two buy options. I still have this. This zone is still valid from last week. 37,850. So that's a possibility right here. And then there's an opportunity right there at the 88.6. Okay. Not a big fan of the break and retest kind of situation, but the fact that we've already formed a floor, we've already established new highs, and now we're coming in for the retest. These are my two options. It's 38,190 and then 37,850. It would actually be body to wick. It'd actually be 37,940 like this. Okay, so this is what I see on US 30. 38,190 entries. So I'm gonna go ahead and put my alert right here. Okay, create that alert. Check back on NASDAQ to make sure we don't miss our entry. All right, beautiful. So we just blew right through that what's it called? 540 zone. And so that just eliminates one of those three prices that I talked to you about. So now we only have two more. 17,500. Oh, yeah, 17,500. Oh, that's beautiful. I want to give it a sec, but this I think is actually one of the better entries because we're right at the other 88.6. We're pretty close to that entry. What I would personally like to see is a push through the zone, just a push through, and then a break back above it. So I at least want to see that sellers kind of gave up that last little push they had. They put in whatever else they wanted to put in for their sells, and then buyers took back control. So I want to see the break through the zone a little bit and then close back above. If I see that, then I will enter this trade. Nice magnet indicator, super secret magnet indicator. Will wild magnet on the loose. Steven said wild magnet. And wild magnet appeared in the natural habitat. Did you guys see the reaction? I had an anxiety attack when I saw the magnet. All right. Yeah. Reminder for everybody. FX Summit 2024 tickets are available for a discount. I want to make sure that you guys get your tickets before they sell out. VIP tickets they're, I think they're going to sell out in the next 2 months before the summer. I was expecting tickets to all be available through the summer during the world tour, but I think the majority of the people that had a VIP ticket last year ended up grabbing one for this year. And so I highly recommend that you guys grab them before they're gone. Prices will increase if they're limited. If we have like 20 tickets left, we're going to start to increase the prices. And of course, there's an ultra VIP ticket option. That's going to be a very high ticket sort of situation, but it's for networking, it's for business owners who want to connect with other business owners. If you have six-figure business, $1 million business, you're going to pay that 15 grand to come and meet people that can help make you millions at this conference. And so there will be an ultra VIP ticket as well. But I highly recommend that you guys grab your tickets before they're sold out. It's going to be the most anticipated event of the year. I guarantee you guys, this is going to be the biggest trading conference of 2024. I know the other trading conferences, they've been very successful, especially the ones in Dubai, but there's really no conferences for the retail community. It's all for institutions, it's all for businesses to sell services to each other. This conference is strictly for traders to come learn and connect with the best, get some knowledge, inspiration, strategy, get to connect with people all around the world that are in a similar place as you. So it's an exciting time, yo. Very exciting time. Okay, good stuff. All right, let me enter a small position here. I'm going to scale into this trade. I don't think we're going to get that push through, but even if we do, I'll just enter another one. I started off a little bit rough on the SFT challenge. What the fuck? Okay, I got logged out. It's a little bit of a rough start, down 4% on the account, but hashtag build back better. On the FTMO 100K challenge that I just recently finished, I was down 8 point something percent, 8.5 or 8.6%, and got it back. So you could always build back better, yo. You could always build back better. What I'm going to do is I'm entering my first position for longs and I'm going to scale into this trade. So instead of putting a full trade here, I'm not just putting a full position size. Whatever you would normally put, if it's a standard, cut it in thirds, cut it in a quarter. And then I'm going to save some ammo so that if the market does dip in for that liquidity grab, I can enter a bigger position here. And then even if it dips a little bit lower, I can enter another one here. The reason I put that scalar position in is because I want to save enough ammo. I want to have enough, enough money on the sidelines that I can enter more if it comes back for a better entry. My target is going to be the extension at 760, and then I'll actually even target this high at 830. And that SL is like 100 points. It's a little ugly. The ideal trade position would be if the market can come down a little bit lower, then we can get like a 5-to-1 trade. But from that current price, we're looking at about a 2.8 or 2.7 to 1. So still a solid R&R, but just keep in mind that if it does dip down lower, don't be scared unless you obviously over leveraged, then you probably should be a little worried, but don't worry. Instead, just recognize that you're going to get a much better risk and reward. Like if it comes down to this higher time frame 61, this 17,460 zone, that's a 7-to-1 trade. Now clearly I'd have to extend my stops. So let's look at this again. 5.4 to 1. Right. So that's why even if it comes down lower, I'm actually, I'll welcome that if anything. That's just going to give me a better trade opportunity. Best entry right here. Market flipped up, came down. Beautiful. All right, I'm in. I mean, I've been in, but now it's just a patience game. Beautiful. I want to get a VIP ticket so I can give my other ticket to my boy. You can. You also get a free ticket if you guys are a member, by the way. So if you took the NAS Masterclass and you're a VIP member, you're going to get a free general admission ticket. So if you wanted to get a VIP, you could just use that ticket and you can upgrade. So Roy, the sells right now is actually phase 2, right? Oh my God, bro, the tear going down my eye. Man, I love it. The answer is 100% yes. So if you look at what was phase 1 right here, or sorry, this is phase 1, this is phase 2. And so the phase 2, this is the kind of like the risk of it is that you got a pretty big range here, but at some point I see this. All right, and then so the first fake out and then the trend of the day. Got me? And they're kind of similar to this. Too much sauce. Let me chill. Yeah, they still asking about the magnet. I fucking love this game. But every day, I feel like I should just start a prop firm or something. Every day. I'm like, damn, bro. Like, come on, bro. Actually, I saw a few comments on that podcast with Omar, people saying that we should start a prop firm. I ended up taking that short you mentioned in yesterday's class, but I waited for a pullback, which happened this morning on the higher time frame. Yes, sir. There we go. I told you the best entry was up here, not down here. Selling the breakout is reckless. Okay, what's going on with the DXY? Where you get that magnet from, bro? Super secret magnet indicator, not available for the public, only available to Chart Addicts members. Super secret. All right. It's a don't ask, don't ask. There's no don't ask, don't tell. Yeah, this is just don't ask, don't ask. Feel me? This is don't worry about it. All right, I'm up about 0.7 for the day, 0.7% for the day. Looking to walk away here at 1%. So once I make that, what is that, $300? Once I make like 300 bucks on this challenge, then I'm going to secure whatever the partial profits is, to get to that 1%, protect my trade, like move my stop loss to break even, and then just let the rest ride. If it keeps going, perfect. If it doesn't, then at least I walk away with, with what I needed to make money. See what's going on here, smaller time frames. This is going to take some patience. Maybe 30 minutes. So got to be a little bit patient here. Give it about 30 to 45 minutes. And then this thing really might not move until after we get off the stream, which is something that we've been seeing pretty common. So yeah, I might hop off here in the next 15 minutes, but just wanted to make sure I got you guys that info that you needed. We covered gold, we covered US 30, we covered the DXY. Let's do news for the week and see if there's any red flags here. Haven't really done my weekly prep. I know. Gotta get on it. Forget these other currencies. Mester is speaking in the Ohio Bankers League. Okay. Sure. Let me see. We got FOMC member Barkin speaking. Interview by Bloomberg. See, the fact that they even schedule these things this far in advance and they put it as a high-risk news event, this is how I know that I can't trust it. All right, they gave him the questions in advance. He's just going to get up there and just say the talking points. Horrible. You see, that's me trolling, bro. Oh, you're funny as shit, man. I keep forgetting that's you, bro. All right, it's Ken. I don't mean any disrespect to you or Omar. It was a typo. Oh, no, no, no. No. That you didn't get kicked out for the name thing. It was because I kept asking you to mute yourself and you just wouldn't mute it. So if you guys aren't paying attention and I'm asking you to mute, then I'm just gonna kick you out and then you'll notice because it's usually like most people who just have it playing in the background don't notice until they get kicked out. So then once you get kicked out, you're like, oh shit, what happened? Oh no. And then you start to. So just pay attention, guys. And then if not, then it's all good. Just at least have it muted. If you don't want to have the sound on, if you're at work or whatever, and you just want to watch this, you can have the sound off, but also have your microphone off too. And I know I could mute everybody and I could just disable the unmute, but the whole point of you guys being in the Zoom chat is if you do have a good question or some solid feedback, you can raise your hand and unmute yourself and just have a convo. So I don't want to take that away either because that's one of the benefits of being a member. All right, good stuff, good stuff, good stuff. All right, guys, I really don't have the patience for this today, which is just kind of sit here and keep everyone entertained on the stream. I'm going to hop off. The levels are all the same. You might see Price come all the way as low as 433. The trade idea is that the market is currently in a retracement on the 1 hour or 4 hour, however you guys choose to look at this. Whether you want to look at it on the 4 hour or the 1 hour, up to you. The market is in a retracement. At some point, the market will reach support and then continue in the direction of the overall trend. So do not over risk, because that's a great way to lose money, even if you have the right trade. Over risking or just getting too reckless with, like, right now we're getting a pretty high entry. If you're going in too heavy here and it starts to go into drawdown, I'm gonna see a bunch of messages about, oh, bro, the trade and the this and my strategy and my account. So don't do that. There's a very, very clear set of rules that you need to follow. They're all right in front of you. The levels that I'm watching are right in front of you. We have 500, and then we have 460 right here. So mark those off on your chart. And then don't say that nobody ain't tell you. Like, oh, I missed the trade. Bro, I closed it early. All right, yo, damn, I should have held the trade. I don't want to hear any of that shit today. Get in the fucking trade. Accept the fact that you could lose. Accept the fact that it could come back to your break even. Set your predetermined take profit zones and then follow your plan. Today's not the day that I want to hear anything about, oh, bro, I knew I had TP2, but I closed it early. Like, what the fuck, man? None of that today. Do your job. Be an adult. And I'm going to catch you guys on tomorrow's live stream. All right? Happy and safe trading, everybody. Make sure to grab your tickets to the FX Summit 2024 conference. Don't miss out. We'll see you guys there. Peace.